Yeah.
Well, we'll get started here. 78 people is beautiful. It's great to see you all. Let me just pull up my screen. All right, ladies and gents, can you see my screen here? Drop some like emojis in the chat if you have screen access. Perfect. All right. So we're going to be going over the big three of community updates. Up here we have the big three of big threes. You know, the Heat, the anime, and the rappers. Not sure what you guys are, fans of, but a little bit for everything. So first things you guys probably saw earlier last week was the deposit beta points. So this was a big sort of step in our points journey. Since we're still in the beta access and we haven't fully launched our platform, these points are still kind of like being worked out perfectly. But the key points are your points are already being tracked. If you have any money in the platform, you're generating 1 point per dollar per day. So you don't have to do anything. You don't have to change your strategies. That money is being tracked and you're good to go. You're quite literally farming these points already. Once we launch our real platform and like we do the full launch, your beta points will be converted into real points. There's going to be like a conversion rate that we'll kind of disclose later. But just know that these are basically real points, but they're going to be slightly different once we actually head to that real point system. All you have to do right now is have money in Glider. And like I was saying before, if you don't have an access code and you want one, we'll be able to get you one at the end of this space. So no need to worry about that. We'll make sure you're able to get some money in and start farming those points if you'd like to. Next thing is the Drip Discord integration. This is really what I'm most excited for. I think this is going to be so much fun and like definitely something I think you guys are going to like. So I'll get into how it actually works in a sec, but I'm just going to go over some preliminary details. So first off, if you guys have a role, OG Glider, Early Glider, Artist, or like Major League Gamer, those are no longer going to be given out. So those are really prestigious now. If you earn that, like no one else is going to be able to get that. So that's set in stone. If you're an Early Glider and OG Glider, those are done. We're not giving those out anymore. We will still give out Artist and probably MLG, but it's going to be pretty hard to get those. So roles are pretty much done. So congrats to everyone who made it in early and got one of those early roles. That was fantastic. The roles you have now are going to earn you a boost in accumulating these new points that we have in the Discord called Emeralds. So those boosts are for the Glider Artist, it's 1.25x, 1.2x for the Major League Gamers, 1.2 for Early Glider, and 1.15 for OG Glider. So these new points, or these emeralds, are a new currency that's just going to be exclusively for the Discord. This is going to be earned through games, missions, and daily logins, which I'll show you in a second. But essentially, instead of like trying to work towards roles, you're going to be working towards emeralds. And emeralds are going to be just the currency of the server now. You have this really clean, like emerald looking glider that's going to be sort of like the picture for it. So if you see this around, it means you're probably earning emeralds. Emeralds will eventually be able to be spent in a store. So it's not like you're just earning them for nothing. They're actually going to have a use case and like you're going to be able to get stuff for it. So grinding for the emeralds is actually going to be really useful. These items will range from cosmetic to practical items. And I don't want to spoil too much, but the practical items that you're going to be able to buy with these emeralds are going to be massively helpful. I'm going to be personally farming some emeralds to buy some practical items. That's all I'm going to say. But yeah, I'm really excited for, adding the shop in. What we're going to do is we're going to have a little bit of a trial period where we're just going to have a couple things to do. Let you accumulate some emeralds and get familiar with the system. And then we're going to add the shop in later. And we're going to, we'll introduce it slowly, right? It's not just going to be all at once. So you kind of get a good feel for it. So when we launch, there's going to be 3 channels you're going to see right after this AMA. First is the dashboard channel. This has 2 features. You're going to be able to see your dashboard where you can track how many points you have. As you can see, like I just gave myself 1 million emeralds, so you can see my balance is 1 million. But then also what you can do is you can check the leaderboard. So as you can see, we all gave ourselves like 1 million something emeralds. And Zenith was in the top, I was second, Not Dev is third. Once we kind of get this program live and everyone has some emeralds, you're going to be able to see all the top people. It's going to be a big, bragging rights thing. And then, like I said, once you be able to access the store, they're going to be really, really useful. And then there's the loot box channel. This is basically like a daily allowance. If you hop in the server and hit that claim button, you'll get 100 emeralds every day. This is going to be like a pretty significant amount if you let it stack up. That 1 million that we had in the last slide, like that's not really going to be what the values are. So yeah, you're going to get 100 a day from this. The multipliers do not apply to the loot boxes, so everyone's going to get 100 a day every day. In a sec, I'm going to look through the chat and answer some questions, so just hold them for one more slide here. Finally, we have the quests. This is probably going to be the best way to earn emeralds. This is going to be a little bit more active. So as you can see, we have an example quest here. It's going to be 2,000 rewards per person, and then plus the multipliers. As you can see, the multipliers are going to be listed for every quest, so you don't really have to. You don't have to remember it, and it's automatically going to be applied. You don't have to do anything. If you have the role, you're good. So for this one, for example, it's just going to be follow glider, right? What you're going to do is you're going to connect your X to your account, and then once you go and follow glider, you're just going to hit this verify button, and then it's just going to give you your points once it's verified. Super easy once you get your X connected, and it's really intuitive. Like you just click the button and everything else is done for you. But you actually do have to go to Twitter and follow like glider or do whatever the interaction is. So right here, I'm going to pause for a sec. Does anybody have any pressing questions they'd like me to answer? If you have any questions at all, please ask them. I'm sure someone else is going to have the same question, so it's going to help just to answer it now. I also have an FAQ page that I'm going to drop. That'll be pretty useful for like when you're starting out. If you don't answer your question now, probably be on there. But yeah, please, any questions you have, multiplier for what? So IO, basically we're gonna have these new currency called emeralds, and every time you do a task or anything, you're gonna have a multiplier to earn more of these emeralds. These emeralds are gonna be only within the Discord server, and they're gonna be spendable in the future. Oh, let me see. Are you saying someone can have 5x beta points? Well, these are not beta points, so it's really important to say. So the beta points and the emeralds are completely separate. The way it's going to work is the emeralds are just within Discord, and the beta points are just within Glider. The beta points will be upgraded later, but the emeralds are just going to stay within Discord. The shop items are going to help you kind of get your points out of Discord, but you'll see once we get there. Multipliers will stack. So if you have multiple roles, you'll be able to like add those multipliers together to get a higher one. So like if you have MLG and early glider, you're going to be getting 1.4x. So Crypto Leo, right now, for the beta points, the only thing that's going to earn you points right now is just holding on the platform. Transact app, it does not add any points. So balance in the app, you get 1 point per dollar per day. So if you have $100, you're going to get 100 points per day. No matter how much you transact, it's just how much you hold in the platform. Multipliers are only for emeralds. Yeah, beta points are totally separate. So I probably should have verified that a little bit better, but these multipliers are only in the Discord quests, and the Discord quests only give you emeralds. The beta point system is completely separate. Mr. Visco, good question. The platform is free right now, but we will charge a fee in the future. I'm not sure how much I'm allowed to disclose for that. There's going to be full documentation on that going forward when we end up releasing that. So I'm gonna be a little bit cautious and just just say we're gonna announce that later, and it'll be fully broken down, so it'll be really obvious how it works. How long will the beta test run? So for the beta points, it's going to be until we launch the full platform. So as long as like the platform isn't launched, it's going to be beta points. Apart from cosmetic, what can I buy with these points? There's going to be quite a few things. That's something I just also don't want to spoil, because I'm really excited for it. But I'm going to leave it kind of open ended for now. I'll let you guys kind of wonder about that. I don't want to give you everything all at once. But yeah, I'm going to tell you it's very, very bullish. Is there a leader point for beta points? I want to show that on X. Currently, no. When we go to the real point system, there will be a leaderboard for the points. But right now, we don't even display the beta points on the platform. We're just tracking them in the background, and then we'll display them later. And then with that, we'll have a leaderboard. So not yet, but it's coming. This new beta point metric favors mostly whales. Yes, that's true. Obviously, like we have thought about the whale issue. They kind of dominate every points program. When we go to the real point system, we're gonna have a couple things in place that are gonna help us sort of work around that issue and help the active people and like the people that are really grinding have a fighting chance against those whales. So don't worry, we thought about this. We do have stuff coming that's gonna help with this. Don't worry, Dev. I'm not spilling everything. I'm not spilling everything. I'm going to scroll on to the bottom. I'm sorry if I missed your question. Will we get a time-weighted advantage on these points campaign in the future? I can't really like fully say, but it'll be something like that. We get a chance to get these roles? No. So the early glider and OG glider roles are fully closed. If you still want to go for the artist role and you think you're an excellent artist, we will still be taking a couple artists. We want to keep it really exclusive. And if we run games, the Major League Gamer role will still be open, but early glider, OG glider will be finished. What about regional communities in the Discord? Will there be any? If so, what is the approximate timeline for creation? How many countries and region would the project like to cover? So the regional communities are going to be a big part of the ambassador program. So I'm just going to get into that a little bit later, but great question, Johnny. If I don't cover it to your liking, just shoot the question at the end and I'll go over it again. All right, I'm gonna move on for now. We'll have another question period a little bit later on. But great questions for now. Let's move on to the last announcement. So if you guys didn't see, the ambassador program is officially live. And I'm sure a lot of you guys did see because there is an overwhelming amount of applications, which is really good to see. But this first round is only 20 people. So I will say, if you don't get accepted, please don't get discouraged. Like, it's literally like we're accepting a very, very low percentage of people just because this is kind of a trial round. So we're going to have more opportunities to apply in the future. But if you didn't get accepted right now, don't be discouraged. Okay, so we have 3 ambassador tiers. If you didn't see, we have the rookie, the Nightwing, and the Velari tiers. So everyone's going to start at the rookie tier, and as they sort of work well as a glider, do good work as an ambassador, and put their best foot forward, we're going to be slowly ranking you up. The idea is that the Velari are kind of like the leaders of each track, which I'll get into in a second. All you need to know is you'll start at rookie, and there's going to be some rank up eligibility. So we have 3 different tracks that you're going to fit into as an ambassador, either the community builder, the content creator, or regional leader. So if you like to be in the community, you like being in the Discord, you like hosting games, playing games, chatting with people, that's going to be up your alley. If you like, posting on Twitter, making threads, making videos, that sort of content, educational stuff, you're going to be in the content creator track. And there's the regional leader. If you want to kind of, build a local community, if you want to, get people around you sort of onto Glider, this can be the best way to do that. And this is where the regional chats fit in. These regional leaders are kind of going to be managing those chats. Those chats will be created as regional leaders for those countries or cities or places get onboarded. So if there's someone in Bangkok who's a regional leader, we're going to have like a chat like for, like Bangkok and Thailand, because we're going to have them manage it. We'll try to expand this as fast as we can so we can try to go global, but really no restrictions around the world. Like, we want to get everyone from all over the world in. Really want to be, inclusive to everyone, and like there's really no restrictions. If you're interested in Glider, like, we're happy to have you. So each track has unique track tasks, rank up requirements, and rewards. So it's really going to be, depending on what you want to do, it's really going to tailor to your skills. And when you apply for the program, you'll be able to apply for a specific track. Also, something I think I forgot to mention back here is each one of these ranks is going to have specific rewards, and the rewards get better as you rank up. So not only are you going to be, getting a better tier, but you're going to be getting way better rewards. But with that's going to come more responsibility and more expectations. So we're going to be running this through a dashboard. This is a little bit of a sneak peek. We're going to have a whole thing way better. So it's going to be a really easy to run program. Everything's going to be in one place for you. It's going to be really, really straightforward. So we'll get into that more later. Once it's ready, we'll do a full demo and everything. Glide forever, become an ambassador. Does anyone have any questions about the ambassador program? I know it's kind of a lot to digest right now, and there's not a lot of public information, but we did that for a reason. Like, we really just want to give the information to the approved ambassadors. And if you're interested, feel free to apply. Give me 1 second. I'm just going to grab some water. I'll be right back. Just need a quick sip. All right, I'm going to start answering some questions now. So if you have any questions about anything we chatted about, feel free to drop them, and I'll try to read through as many as I can. Will contributors get priority on the ambassador program? Not officially, but like, yes. The way it works is we're going to be looking at sort of past things you've done, what you've kind of like been doing in the community. Have you been around? Because the people that have been around for a while, like we know they're kind of like committed, and like we know the kind of content they've been putting out. So it's way easier for us to kind of accept them because there's a little bit of proof. So if you didn't get accepted this time, but you want to get accepted in the future, the best thing to do is really just like be a part of the community, even if it's not an ambassador. Because as we kind of see your face, like, or see your PFP and like hear what you say and like, see your Twitter posts and stuff, it makes it a lot easier for us to like recognize you and approve you when we're going to the next batch of ambassador program applications. So unofficially, yes, but it's not like a requirement. You know what I mean? I'm gonna scroll right down to the bottom. Sorry if I missed your question. So will there be several waves of the ambassador program? Yes, for sure. We're gonna be, expanding and expanding as much as we can. There will be multiple waves. What will the referral program include? Will it be extra points for inviting or maybe additional benefits? So the referral program is gonna be interesting. It's actually not going to be points, but it's going to be a revenue share. So let's say I refer Dev and Dev puts a bunch of money in the platform. Some of the revenue that he's generating for Glider is going to get kicked back to me as a referee. So if you do a really good job referring a bunch of high net worth individuals, you're going to have a pretty good revenue share payout. So it really does pay to refer your friends and like get them to deposit cash. What's the requirements for the ambassador program onboarding? Are the incentives clear for it? Yes. So the requirements are just like there's no like set requirements. It's more of just like an application, right? You're gonna say what you do, what you want to do for Glider, like what you've done in the past, and then we're gonna skim through a ton of them and like pick some people out. Once you get accepted, we have a way more cohesive and like full doc of all the perks, what we expect from you, all the tasks you need to do, that sort of thing. So once you join, we'll have a better idea, and we'll be able to give you the rewards and the tasks way more clear. We just didn't want to make it public info because we didn't want people joining just for the rewards. We wanted people joining, for to be an ambassador because they like Glider and they've been in the community for a while. Maybe I missed the answer. It's okay. Can one man be on 3 tracks? That's a tough one. We've been chatting about this for a while. I think when we start off, we're just going to say no. We want to make it as simple as possible for you. But if we see someone who's really excelling in their track and we think they have space to take on some more responsibilities and they really want to, we can explore that in the future. But right now, we're going to say no. The big thing about this ambassador program is we're kind of in a trial period. So we want your feedback with everything. If you have any feedback at all, please shoot it to us. Like, we're really we're updating this program as much as we can, and we want to like shape it to what you guys want it to be because it's for you. We want you guys to be happy in this program. We guys want you to do your best work. So if you think the tasks should be a little bit different once you get approved, we can do that. If you think the reward should be a little bit different, we can do that. If you think the application process should be different, we can do that. All these sort of things are really, really malleable right now, and like the reason we're coming out with it with such a small batch is because we're kind of like getting a trial period, right? We want to see what you guys like, what you guys don't like, that sort of thing. When's the referral program starting? Anytime soon? It will be coming soon. Don't have an exact date for you though, but it is soon. done in the past, which means other projects or only Glider. It can be other projects, yeah. If you have work from other projects that you think is exemplary of like what you can do, if you did good threads or good videos, yeah, that totally counts as past work, and you can totally put that in your application. It's actually it's recommended. Like we want to see that stuff. The affiliate program is different from the ambassador program. I'm not sure what you're talking about, IO. I'm not. Did I mention an affiliate program? Um, yeah. Sorry, not sure. Not sure about that one. I don't really know what the affiliate program that you're referring to is. Will there be Perpdex integration in the future to use the platform to trade as well? Yeah, we're hoping to go that way. Can't make any guarantees, but definitely been talked about. And like as a trader myself, it's something that I want to see because that would be really cool. And like if we want it to be like a full DeFi app, perps eventually. I'm interested in whether market indicators will be added directly into your platform to make it easier to navigate. Yeah, Mr. Visco, we're always kind of adding more stuff to make it easier. We're gonna be pushing a couple updates soon. That's really gonna help with that. The idea is that gliders never really have to leave our platform. Like we don't want you to have to go to CoinGecko to find information, or like go to Dex Screener or like TradingView. The idea is it should be easy as you can, so you should only have to use one platform, which is Glider. So we're kind of working on building towards that. Of course, it's going to be like slow, and we're going to need to keep on adding stuff. But yeah, we do eventually want to get to that, one-stop shop sort of area. Yeah, we are very aware of the amount of bots that probably applied for the ambassador program, which is why we're going through and sorting them by hand. I can promise you that the 20 people that we accept are not going to be bots, and they're going to be the best real people. So no need to worry about that. Yeah. I want this Bitcoin all-time high to yield 2 million into my wallet. Is that possible? If you're a good enough trader, yeah, it is possible. You got a cold, take care of yourself. I just my throat's just kind of hurting from talking so much. I gotta get some more water actually. Thank you, T-Days. So, what about use with cold wallets like Ledger, Trezor? Do they need to move assets to a hot wallet first? Well, what you can do is you can link your cold wallets like or your hardware wallets to like Phantom, and then like connect that if you want. Um, but I think ideally we want to integrate hardware wallets eventually. Not actually 100% sure on those plans though. Okay, quickly, I'm just gonna run and grab some more water. Give me 1 minute. Dev, if you want to answer some questions, feel free, but no pressure. Um, keep dropping your questions, and I'll scroll through them when I get back. Give me 1 minute. Sorry, guys. All right, I'm back. Let's do a couple more questions. Anything you guys want to talk about? Like even broader market. This market's been extremely interesting. If you guys haven't been watching, Bitcoin all-time high, all that stuff. Um, not dev, not speak. That's funny. With the drip points, I want to go back for a sec. We can also do these games in Discord where you can basically like gamble your points. Like we can do like poker, blackjack, crash. Is that something you guys are interested in, or should we just like leave that out of the server? Like, do you guys want to gamble your points, or would you rather just like hold them and not even have the option? Because we can put it in, but like you don't have to play. You know what I mean? We want Rumble. We can play some more Rumbles. And the thing is, so all these Discord games we do now, like Rumble, or like Smash Cards, or like poker, or anything, we can have Emerald bounties, right? Where we reward you with emeralds rather than rolls, and then it's actually like you're winning something that you can spend rather than just like another roll. I think poker again would be really fun. I actually really enjoyed playing that poker game. So maybe we'll schedule that soon. Um, GeoGuessr would be hard. That'd be fun. You guys want to do some singing? Singing in Discord would be really fun. Smash Cards is good. Chess. I don't know how chess would work. We'd have to have like a long tournament, but that could be cool. You want to gamble your points? Okay, maybe later today we can add the games in. We'll see. Tecto Smash Cards. What we can do with the points also, if you have a ton and you want to give some to your friends, you can like tip them. So you can like give some points away. If someone like, beats you in a game, or like you can wager your own points like based on like whatever you want. If you want. You know what I mean? You don't have to. You can teach Mod how to fix it. It's like 30-minute playtime for the community. Okay, yeah, if you want to help set up chess one time, I'm more than happy to do that. Any of this stuff is totally really doable. Um, is it possible to export the private key of the wallet portfolio, which I'm depositing funds onto the Glider platform? Well, the wallet that you're using to deposit funds is just your hot wallet, right? We're not making, there's no like integrated wallet in Glider. It's not like we're creating a new wallet for you. Those are just the funds that are in your hot wallet, just being managed by Glider. So if you just export the private key of your hot wallet that you're using, that'll be the same wallet. Glider should launch a game for their own community so that we can play the community game on there. That would be sick. That's a whole other battle we gotta we gotta face though. We have enough to build right now. Tipping could be misused. I mean, if you want to give away your points, like feel free. Um, I don't really see how that could be unless like someone just gives away all their points, which at that point is just like their fault. Will there be a level system for several levels? Um, yeah, that's actually something that we're building right now. We have a ton of plans for sort of that whole thing, like levels and stuff within the system. Once we go to our final launch. So yeah, a great idea, but we're on that already. We got some good calls. Oh, bot farming for points. Okay, I see what you're saying, Leo. Yeah, that could be a problem. If it becomes a problem, well, we can just turn off tipping. That's no problem. We'll uh we'll manage that pretty closely, no worries. That is a good point though. Will there be an option for Aptos, Render, Arb, Jupe in the Glider portfolio? Possible date, please answer. Yeah, so with Glider, we're launching on base, as you know, to start off, and that's where we're currently on. But we're looking to expand to a number of different chains, pretty much every different chain, at some point in time. Obviously, this will take time, but we want to get absolutely every token tradable on Glider, so you can access all of crypto just from our app. So maybe not right off launch, but it will be coming eventually, hopefully. Specific actions that will earn more beta points than others. I was wondering how to be intentional during the beta period. No, really just holding money on the platform is the only way to earn right now. Um, yeah, pretty much just, yeah, that's all. There's literally no other actions that can really um, help your beta points, except for like stacking emeralds, which you'll see in the future. For something in place because it is going to happen. Yeah, Dev and Zenith, that's actually a good call. We should probably think about how we're going to stop bots from coming in, claiming the daily reward, and then tipping it to themselves. So we aren't getting points for transactions, just the amount deposit? Yes, that's correct. No points for transactions right now, only deposits. The number of money that you have in the platform, you get that many points per day. So if you have $100, you're getting $100 per day. Even if you transact 1,000 times, it's not going to change anything.
I think for the points, it's a good idea to just not give it to someone else. Like, just not tip it, you know?
Yeah, we could just turn off tipping maybe. I think that's probably a
Yeah.
good preemptive call. Is there a point cap per day? Currently, no. There's no point cap per day. If you have a ton of capital, you can throw that in and get a bunch of points. Yeah, no point cap per day. Maybe I want to share why not many people from my country join the general chat. They've actually been waiting for the kind of topic you brought up today, Asher. Are you talking about like the regional chats? Like you really, they're like, they are they really waiting for like a regional chat to get started? Because if so, we can like just message me and like if you think you actually have like real demand for it, we can probably spin up a chat. We just don't want to create a bunch and have them empty because that's kind of a bad look. But if we have people that want to join, like we can create the chats for that. No worries. Is there any built-in swap option there? Like you're saying you want to swap your tokens like manually. What you can do is you can like or you can manually rebalance, so your tokens will swap. But like, are you saying you want like sort of a DEX integration just to swap right away? Yes, Salvatore, you can deposit / withdraw anytime. As long as you have an invite code to the platform, you can deposit. But yeah, withdrawals anytime you want. Yeah, crypto, Leo. I appreciate your questions too, man. Those are great questions, good points you brought up. I really do appreciate that. I look forward to looking through your application. And what we're gonna do, if you don't have an invite code and you're in this AMA right now, take a screenshot to prove that you were in the AMA. And then what you can do is you can open up a ticket, drop the screenshot, and drop your Twitter username. And then we'll be able to send you a code and you can use it in the platform. Just kind of like as a thank you for joining up and being supportive of the AMA. We want all you guys to have access. And of course, any sort of things you have with the platform, any feedback, any bugs you find, please submit them to the team. There's a feedback option in the platform, or you can just open another ticket or just like drop it in general chat and we'll see it. But yeah, if you need an invite code, take a screenshot, open a ticket, send the screenshot, drop your Twitter, and we'll get you a code. Chat is bubbling, Henry. I love it. This is going to be a really exciting month, and we're only halfway through. So, I mean, I expect the chat to just keep growing. So, if you guys are here now, you're still really early. How many people have signed up to become Glider ambassadors? Ooh, I don't know if I can say that. What I'll say is we're accepting under 10% of the people. Way under. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all you're getting. All the juice. Pluto regional community soon. Yeah, for sure. The aliens are coming in. What if I take a screenshot and open a ticket, but I have access to beta testing? Then you get nothing. That's just for if you want a code. Have a code, and you don't need to do all. Crypto Leo, I'll check out Infinex's points program. When we were putting this together, we did research a ton of different ones to try to come up with the best solution. So it's probably like kind of somewhat similar, but like have our own sort of spin on it. Yeah, I mean you'll see everything. Like this beta points program is literally just tracking, but we have a ton of features around the points that we'll be launching at launch. So it's like it's not just going to be direct tracking and that's it. There's going to be a ton of different little like things that make it fun and like unique and better for non-whales. Love the interface of the Glider platform, really dope. Yeah, dude, the team is absolutely cracked when it comes to like designing and UI. Our designer is insane. Like all the graphics and everything he does are beautiful, and like the dev team that like puts the actual platform together is so cracked. Like I've never worked with a better team. It's so bullish. It's actually crazy. Oh, Omni, sorry I missed that. Yeah, so when you get a code, if you head over to the Glider platform and click connect wallet, it's going to prompt you to put your code in. You just put the code in right there, and then you connect your wallet, and then you'll have full access to the platform on that wallet. So if you switch wallets, you're going to need another code. So just don't switch wallets, and just keep that one wallet on. Just keep that one wallet on your as your Glider wallet. How long can we expect the official launch? I'm not going to say anything for that, but we'll say it's soon. It's soon. Is that all you got for tonight? Hiding more up your sleeve? No, that's pretty much all we got. We'll be rolling stuff out for the drip program. Pretty consistently. So keep an eye on that. Once you kind of get to know that a little bit better, We'll keep on adding more stuff, but yeah, that's pretty much it. I think we will wrap it up in here in a sec, unless anyone has more pressing questions. Omni, any wallet works. There's really no preference. I use Phantom because it's my main wallet, but you can use MetaMask, anything, Rabby. You know, nothing's really it's not gonna affect how many points you're getting or anything like that. No. We just love Glider. Good to hear, David. All right, yeah, we'll wrap it up here. Thank you so much, for everyone coming. Having 130, 125 people in here is absurd. We're just gonna see this number grow more and more as we get closer to launch. So thank you guys. Really appreciate it. If you can't send a screenshot in the ticket channel, let us know. We'll change the permissions. That's fine. We'll deal with that. It's just like an issue that happens sometimes. But yeah, thanks again, everyone. Super great. Mods, do you have any closing remarks you want to say?
Yeah, for people who have just opened their tickets for the codes and who cannot upload their screenshots, just be patient. We'll give you the permission for uploading a screenshot.
Thank you, brother. Yeah, so now we want to do the drip program will be live in the Discord. You can just head over to the drip tab. You can claim your loot box, you can check your profile, and then you can start banging out some quests. Building up these points is going to be beneficial, and if you have those rolls, you're going to get those multipliers. We'll be dropping quests really often. We want to get a bunch out to kind of help you get a bunch of points really early on. So yeah, watch that quest chat, do those quests, and if you have any suggestions for quests we should do, feel free to let us know. Always open to suggestions. Never be shy to drop a suggestion, whatever you think is good. You think my voice sounds similar to Merck's? I've actually never heard his voice. I'll go listen to it. Actually, if you could send me a clip, that'd be helpful. But yeah, thanks again, guys. I'll be in the chat. The mods will be in the chat too. We'll be answering those tickets, and if you have any questions about the drip system, yeah, let me know. But sweet guys, thank you, and we'll talk soon.
Thank you, Ashar, and thank you everyone for this
Of course.
wonderful year.
See you guys.